So I'm just having everyone just quickly introduce themselves, what they're at in sales, what office they work with, and what's your opinion of the push here so far? Like, what are your feelings around it? Make sense? And Thomas, you know what we're doing, Thomas, or no? I'm gonna give you a heads up.
Yeah. My name is Thomas Mattingly. I'm with the St. Charles branch, and I'm at 3,000 in sales. And I'm looking forward to the SC2, basically because I try to go to anything that I think will give me some more experience and help with sales.
Very cool. Thank you, Thomas. And let's go to Maxwell next.
Hey everyone, my name is Maxwell Gessert. I'm from the St. Charles office, and I'm about 27K in personal and career sales right now. And I'm looking forward to this push here, get that number up and maybe learn some things along the way.
Cool. Thank you, Maxwell. All right, Sarah, let's have you go next. Is that cool?
All right, my name's Sarah. I'm at St. Louis South, and I'm a little over 6K in sales, I think. And I'm excited for this push. I'm excited to see what I can do.
Cool. Very cool. And let's see here. Oh, the screen just moved a bit. All right. So Mac, is it? Yeah, let's go with Mac. Yeah.
Yep. So I'm Mac Myers, and I'm at just over 7,000 in sales, and I'm really ready for this push. Really hope it'll just get me going again, going strong.
Cool. And you're with St. Louis South, I'm guessing?
Yes. Sorry about that.
No problem. I saw Nate, throwing his hands up in the air. All right. Let's see here. Gerald, I know you, but why don't you just introduce yourself real quick?
All right. Well, I'm Gerald Locke. I'm with the St. Louis office. I'm actually just over 2,000 in sales, and I'm looking forward to the push to really get things going.
Awesome, Gerald. Okay. And let's see, Brady, how about yourself?
My name is Brady Burke. I'm with STL South. I'm about 4,500 in career sales right now, and I'm just looking forward to keep pushing, get to a bigger number.
Awesome. And I can throw on a jacket. I've got a jacket. Thanks for dressing the part and the role. I'm kind of comfortable with whatever you're wearing, all of you, just so you know. I'm totally comfortable with whatever you're wearing. I don't know that I made an announcement about attire, so you're all good. Let's go, Nick. K-Bar Nick. We can't hear you.
So I'm Nick, St. Louis office, about 26,000 in sales. I'm excited for my first SC2 push. Looking to test my drive and will 1,000% on this.
All right. I love it. And it definitely will. I mean, I think one of the things I'll share over the course of time is that you won't want to quit unless you're really pushing yourself. Right? It's like at the moment when you're really pushing, you're going to be like, oh, this sucks. Why am I doing this? Like I could just be watching a movie, and that's kind of when that's when you're really pushing. So it probably will occur for you at some point of every day during the push. So just to give you a heads up, all of you. All right, let's go with, I think I get everyone on the top two rows of my screen. Maddie, how about yourself?
I'm Maddie. I'm from the St. Louis office. I'm a little over 10K in sales, and I'm just ready to push myself and work harder in this next push.
And when you say you're from St. Louis, you work with Mike or with Nate?
Mike.
Okay, great. All right, let's go to Katie. Katie, do you know what we're doing here?
Hi, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so I'm a little over $12,000 in sales, and I'm super excited for the SC2 push. First one, busy. I want to, work myself hard this summer, earn a lot of money.
That's great. And then what office are you with, Katie?
Northern Rockies, sorry about that.
Yeah, you're good. Where do you actually live, if you don't mind me asking?
I live in Kalispell, Montana, so.
Yeah, cool, awesome. How's the weather there right now? I know it's been hot.
Very hot. Yeah, it's very hot. Too hot for Kalispell.
Give us an idea of what does that look like?
Like in the morning, 80 degrees. Days are like 100. That's like very hot for here. 75, no breeze is perfect.
Right.
But yeah.
In Kalispell, is that in the more of the valley, or is it more in the, like, kind of mountainous? I've never been there.
It's very mountainous here. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah. It's close to Glacier Park. So I'm 35-minute drive.
Cool.
So
Cool.
yeah.
Right. And let's see here. Amber.
Yeah, Amber here. I just hopped on a few minutes ago, so I'm
Can I give you a heads up? Oh, yeah. Everyone, what office do you work with? What are you at in sales, and how are you feeling about this push thing?
Okay. So yes, hi. I have done about $4,000 in sales. I'm part of the St. Louis office, working with Lindsay. And with the SC push, I'm looking forward to it. I'm hoping to at least double. I'm hoping to at least hit the 8,000.
Cool. You definitely will. All right, Spencer, how about yourself?
Yeah, hello. My name's Spencer Gardner. I'm at 6,200 in sales. I'm in the St. Louis office.
With Mike or with Nate?
Mike.
Okay, cool. And Amber, you work with Lindsay, you said, right?
Yes. So I guess
St. Charles. No big
St.
deal.
Charles.
Yep. It's all good. I remember when I was new, I was like, I don't know exactly where I work, so it's totally normal. Is it Kari or Carrie?
It's Carrie.
All right, Carrie, do you know what we're doing here?
No, please explain it again.
All right, yeah, no sweat. So I'm just having everyone just say hello and what office they're in and work with, and then what they're at in sales and how they're feeling about the push. The idea of the push,
What is the push again?
Okay, cool. Let me explain that in a second. Who's your manager?
Wyatt.
Wyatt, gotcha. All right. Did he explain at all what this meeting is about or no?
Kind of.
Okay. All right. I'll talk to Wyatt then. All right. I'll just, what do you got in sales?
I'm at like 1,800, like 1,800.
Okay, cool. So you just got started, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Well, he must think very highly of you. So I'll explain what the meeting's all about in a minute.
Okay.
I'm going to have a tough time pronouncing your name. I'm seeing it as Muriel. Is that right?
Yeah, you're actually one of the few to get it right off the bat. So yeah, I'm Marinice. I've made about 6,200, and then some change. I'm same place from Cary, Northern Rockies, Wyatt. For the push, yeah, I am a little unsure with that as well, but from what I'm gathering, I'm hoping to. This is the SC2, right? Is that the push that you're talking about? Yeah, okay. I'm hoping to reach 17,000. I know it's like a really high goal, so I'm more than doubling what I have, but that's
let me share with you some perspective. It's neither high nor low, is what I'll say, and I'll actually go through that in a minute. All right. Let's see if I missed any. Is it Mariah? All right. You know what we're doing here, Mariah? I'll just, everyone's just quickly introducing themselves, what office they work with, what they're at in sales, and just generally how they're feeling about the push.
Okay. Yeah, I think I'm in the Northern Rockies and I'm at close to 6,000.
Cool. And how are you feeling about the push?
Pretty good.
All right. Pretty good works. Okay. And let's see here. Veronica, how about yourself?
Hi, I am with Northern Rockies. I think I'm at about 1,300 in sales or so. I think so. So I'm just really excited to sort of be able to get more sales in and kind of, do a little bit better than what I've been doing.
Excellent. All right. And then I'll have a couple of managers really quickly introduce themselves. First off, let's go with Casey.
Hello. What kind of introduction am I supposed to do here?
Why don't you talk a little bit about your couple of pushes and maybe any quick tips you want to give the group here? Maybe just you can introduce yourself a little bit more formally, like a little bit more in depth, like almost like what your stump speech would be like to some degree.
Okay. So this will be my third SC2 this summer. The past two SC2s, I sold 20K for each of those. Now, did I think that was possible at the beginning of the push? No way. Did I think that was possible even the second time I was doing it, even after I've already done it? No way. But this time of the summer, and I've been telling everyone that I've been talking to here lately, this is my favorite time of the entire summer. It's really where you build a ton of your memories with everyone. You get close with everyone on the team, and you really have the chance to push yourself and kind of give it your all, see what you're capable of. So I know like last summer during the entire push, I had some of my friends are like, why are you doing this? Why don't you just come to the pool with us or whatever? And I'm like, this is money camp. This is where I can see what I'm made of. And it's been really rewarding because I've said this before, during the SC2 pushes are some of the times that I've felt the most alive. But that's as far as the push goes. So I've been with Vector since December of 2018, which seems like forever ago now. It's crazy. So basically I've been doing the college through Vector program, and I love the experience. I don't have to wake up at 5 a.m. in the morning like my roommates do and go work at the rec. I get to pick my own schedule around what I'm doing, and I love it. So my experience with Vector's been great, and the SC2 pushes are definitely some of my favorite times. So let's get after it.
Let me let me just summarize a couple of points, or let me highlight a couple of points that Casey mentioned. Number one is that she is you're a rising senior, right? And so, Casey started selling Cutco over her winter break, had a $10,000 fast start. And she just kind of, I think, assumed like, this is what you do. You just work hard when you're at Vector, right? And then was promoted to an assistant manager. She was in the right place at the right time. And then her first SC2 was as an assistant manager. And really that's what we look for from all of the assistant managers is sales leadership, right? And so Casey just poured all in. Casey, do you have a sense of how many appointments you did that first SC2? Just a ballpark figure.
Probably like 80.
So
80 I'd say.
Yeah, you would like wake up and what would your day look like?
I woke up, I went to the Alliance call, and after that, I immediately started doing demos all day long.
And your day would end around what time?
My day would end around like 9 or 10. So they would say like 5 a day, the Champions way, and Mike King would be like, but 6 a day is the Casey Cooper way. So I'd try to get in 6 demos each day of the push.
One of the things that I completely admire about Casey is just her tenacity and just, never quit attitude. And your first week of the push, what did you sell? Do you remember?
I think it was maybe like 5K or something. I was feeling kind of behind. But
yeah. So one of the things I want to point out to all of you is that, Casey, like many of you, you're not used to doing, I'm guessing for most of you, 5 or 6 appointments every single day. So that first week usually is just kind of getting, knocking the rust off is the phrase that people use, right? And really kind of getting the kinks out and just, flexing a little bit and just kind of testing what's going on. And for some people that sell like 12,500, they'll usually sell like a $1,000 to $3,000. I'm going to say a lot of the same things because it usually is like 3 or 4 times before it really sinks in when you hear something, right? So Casey wanted to sell 20,000 her first week. You would think she should sell 10,000, right, to be on pace, but she sold 5. And I think that's one of the things I wanted you to all hear, is that she felt behind. And generally during a push, you're going to feel behind until you hit your goal. And then you won't feel behind. That's the only time. And it's usually like on the last day, like the last hours. Okay. It's much like a race, right? Have you ever competed in a race? Right. You don't feel like you're there until you're there. And that's, I know that sounds like borderline just stupid to say, but that's really what it looks and feels like. And then so Casey sold $20,000 then. And then the next summer, we asked Casey to run a branch office, mostly because she impressed the heck out of me at that push. She impressed me with her work ethic, with her tenacity. And I remember meeting her at the first Leadership Academy. Not meeting her, but I remember watching her speak in public. So I actually met her at our Fast Start dinner. And then I, saw her publicly speak, and I was like, she's really, not super outgoing in a sense. Casey, would you agree with that? I think you're friendly, you're social, but you're not like the loudest person in the room, right? But she got up there and just was quietly confident, and I was like, she's going to do a great job. And I said, you should really run a branch office. And she ran a branch office last year. She qualified for Australia and New Zealand. And then she sold again. She sold $20,000 while managing representatives and after a full summer of working really hard. And so Casey, that second summer, you obviously made straight half. So the second summer you made $10,000 during the push. Is there anyone on this call that like, crap, Mike, in my life, I haven't made $10,000, right? Most people probably on this call, you haven't actually made $10,000 in your life. I know I wouldn't have at age 19. I had a lifeguarding job, and I was a caddy before that. I worked one summer like at a pharmacy in a hospital because my dad hooked me up with a job. So it was like, I'd never made $10,000 in 2 weeks. And so that just sounded crazy. That would have sounded crazy. And Casey, are you planning on selling again here?
Absolutely.
So, one of the questions I think people might ask is like how do you sell $20,000? Like, what's your 2 or 3 tips?
It's all about getting the demos booked. And for that, it's just all about like phoning a ton. So having the mindset of just whenever you're in the phone jams, in the all-day phone jams, which you'll learn more about those, they're a ton of fun. And it's fun to kind of like set a competition for yourself, pick someone that you're like, hey, I want to compete with this person. Like me and Javier and myself, the first summer we'd compete. We're like, all right, I'm getting a 20 demos booked first. Like you can book 20 demos in a day, but I'd set up my entire week or try to do most of it on Sunday, and then I'd fill in the gaps. So if I'd had a demo canceled, I'm like, okay, now I'm gonna phone because this is a push, so I'm gonna act like I'm pushing. But in order to be able to phone a lot, you're gonna need to have a ton of numbers. So just really building that out. So the first push, I came in really prepared, and then last summer, I actually I started out the first phone jam, and I was just kind of calling some of my old leads, and I was like, yeah, this will work out. And then I was like, no, I need to rebuild my list. So I did exactly that, and that's what built my push. I realized I hadn't reached out to my sorority sisters' parents or people in my contacts, getting their parents' numbers. So just really building that list big, going all out at the phone jams, and booking a ton of demos.
Awesome. And so, I think if I can summarize, and you're going to hear this again, like have a lot of names so you can make a lot of phone calls. So you can book a lot of demos so you can make a lot of sales so you hit your goal. It really comes down to that. If you want to sell 20,000, well, you need to book twice as many appointments as someone who wants to sell 10,000. Right? It really is a numbers game. If you want to sell 6,000, you probably need 20 people to buy Cutco. The average order size is $300. So one of the things that you all want to keep in mind is that your average order size, why do you think it'll actually grow during the push? You're on mute, Brady.
I was gonna say because you are more dedicated to the job, and also you have this like big background of knowledge and just a push basically from the conference itself.
Absolutely. So after a year of doing virtual yoga, I've done yoga for a number of years now, and for the last year it was basically all virtual, and I didn't realize how better I got at it. But I was at a really big class from 9:30 to 10:30 this morning. And I was looking around the room kind of as I was doing some poses and such. And I was like, damn, I'm actually basically the yoga studio I go and the class that I go, it's like everyone's like a dancer or like some great yoga person, right? Like there's incredibly, like, it's like, I feel like the tuba player in the movie Fame. I don't know if you guys have ever seen that movie, but basically, in other words, I shouldn't be there. But I was like, oh, wow, I'm actually doing real, and it's because I really spent a lot of time and energy over the course of the year, really leaning into it. And so, as Brady says, that if you do that first week, if you do 20 appointments, that's maybe more than you've done in the last 2 or 3 weeks. And so you're just going to get naturally better, and you're committed to getting better. And I think that's another thing to really consider. So Casey, you sold 5,000 that first week. What'd you sell the second week?
So
yeah,
it was 3 weeks, right?
Yeah. Well, 2.5. Yeah.
2.5. I think I sold like 7,000 the second week, if I remember correctly.
Okay, so she was at like 12, right? And she's wanting to sell 20, and she's got like 4 days left. 5 days left. So you've obviously sold 8 the last couple of days, right? Doesn't make any sense mathematically, right? But that's exactly how things work, right? If you were to run a race, don't you think that last part of the race, you're just going to go all out because you see the finish line, right? And so that's something that I would encourage you to consider.